Good evening, ladies, as well as gentlemen. Papa Boris here with some more Hearthstone Arena. We're picking up with this rogue run. Got one game done. Can't really judge how good the deck is yet. It does have some of the important stuff. We got our 3 backstabs. Got an assassinate or 2 in there. Some decent mid-game creatures, but maybe too many spells? I'm not sure. We'll see. Up against the druid, which, as I've mentioned before, I've had a bit of a tough time against lately, so we'll see how that goes. Going first, yada yada. I'm actually going to keep this whole thing. So on turn 2, I'll probably play the ooze. And then turn 3, we'll see. The Naxrammas engineer, obviously not the greatest when you are the when you are the first player. Because you can't, like if I were the second player, I would have coined out the ooze and then played the engineer on turn 2. But it's a 2-mana cycle, a card that puts a 1/1 on the ground, so I think I'm okay with it. In my opening hand, it's likely to be better than whatever I would get instead. Okay, the opponent has a slow start, which is great news, so no 2-drop for me to deal with, and that's good because I don't have my backstabs right now. We have a little bit of removal with the Assassinate and the Fan of Knives. 3 mana, looks like it's going to be Claw and Elven Archer. Oh no, Shapeshift Elven Archer, begging your pardon. Yeah, it could be worse. Could definitely be worse. So what I'm going to do here is I could Fan of Knives to kill this, I could Dagger to kill it, but I'm just going to play the Raging Worgen. There's a risk, you know, that he'll play an Abusive Sergeant or blah blah blah, but the Raging Worgen is threatening to kill the Elven Archer and turn on Wind Fury, and will not die to Elven Archer plus Shapeshift, so the opponent needs removal again. And I'm okay with that, especially having the Stormwind Knight here. Okay, so he's going to play Mark of the Wild on the Elven Archer, which just means these two guys trade. And that's fine. So he killed my 2-drop without spending a card, but then he lost a creature and a buff to kill my single 3-drop, so I'm feeling pretty good about things. We're going to play Stormwind Knight. I have said before that you should keep surprises in your back pocket, and here I am not doing that, but there is an overriding reason, I believe, which is that he costs the most mana, so I used the maximum amount of mana on my turn. And the Dalaran Mage is a kind of surprise, because when you're holding Fan of Knives, this is a pretty good combo. Alright, he shapeshifts again, so he clearly has a huge hand. Hasn't really been doing much. Passed entirely on turn 4. It's a bit scary, for sure. But what are you going to do? I should have played the Novice Engineer first, is what I should have done, but luckily that wouldn't have made a difference here. Okay, I'm pretty safe against Swipe, having a 4 toughness and a 5 toughness creature. Got Fan of Knives here, which could be really good. Let's see what happens if he plays a Druid of the Claw. Not that great. Can't really deal with it very well. I mean, I could have dealt with it with an Assassinate. Actually, Spectral Knight's even worse, isn't it? Hilarious. Alright, I could actually double Fan of Knives to take this down to be a 4/2. And then use a Storm Knight against it, but then a swipe clears my board. Is there anything better? Dark Iron Dwarf, the Novice Engineer. This will be a 3. Crap. Dark Iron Dwarf. That's 4, 5, and then Dagger. Oh man, that's really lame. I can make the Assassin's Blade. That's 3. I'd have to throw both these things at it. Basically, it seems like I have to throw both of these things at the Spectral Knight to kill it, or I can ignore it, but that seems very foolish. Okay. Alright, I guess we're gonna go for the Dark Iron Dwarf because it puts a body on the table. So, I'll do that. That. And swipe. So now, a swipe on the Dwarf, at least we'll leave my Dalaran Mage alive. He's got 7 cards to my 7, so I'm doing okay. But he can either shapeshift this thing or swipe the Dwarf, either of which would get him back up a card. Gonna Wrath. What's he wrathing? This guy? Hopefully not my Dwarf, because that means he has a swipe. Okay, good. If he had Wrath the Dwarf for 3, that would mean he was about to swipe the Dalaran Mage and clear my board. That would have been very bad. Alright, that's actually not a big deal in the slightest. I really don't care about that. I can kill that easily enough. He's actually gonna hit my face. Okay, the targeting arrow pointed at my Dalaran Mage for a second there. Okay, so I have a couple of different options. I could play the Assassin's Blade and kill this thing, hold off on the Ogre. Or I could just play the Ogre. I mean, Druids have a tough time killing Ogres, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to damage my Dark Iron Dwarf so that I can get this Ogre down because Druids have such a hard time killing it. Now, if I were up against a Priest and Shadow Word Death could just kill it, then I probably would have actually gone for the Assassin's Blade to kill his Berserker and left the Ogre in my hand. Alright, Keeper of the Grove's a pretty good answer to the Dwarf. Down goes the Dwarf. He's gonna heal up. Alright, I kind of want to hit him in the face with the Ogre. Can I get away with that? Well, let's Fan of Knives for 2 damage across the board, see what we got. Okay. Backstab would have been nice to have initially, but I'm actually going to be okay with this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to play the SI Agent to kill that. I'm going to dagger up to kill that. So I'm kind of having the best of both worlds here. Killing everything and getting to hit his face with the Ogre. Now you might say, Boris, why didn't you just Fan of Knives again? Well, Fan of Knives would have cleared his board and drawn me another card. True. But then I wouldn't have gotten this 3-3 down, and I really think that having the 3-3 on the table, if I can still clear his board and hit him in the face with the Ogre, is preferable to getting an extra card. Okay, Ironbark Protector is perfect because I do have the Assassinate. So that is unfortunate for my opponent. Could also Fan of Knives plus Ogre to kill it, but really, what am I going to assassinate that's better than an Ironbark Protector? Is he going to Innervate now? There's nothing good to do with 2 mana that I can think of, unless he's going to Innervate Wrath to kill my 3-3, which he should do. No, alright, so we're going to go ahead and say sorry, because I am kind of sorry about this. I'll hit him there, swing at his face, there, and I will play the Grizzly for Shizzly, and hit him in the face with my weapon, because I'm about to probably play the Assassin's Blade. So if he plays anything big, this is 3 damage plus 2 damage is 5 damage, so whatever he plays, he's in a lot of trouble. He needs to clear my board here. Okay, if he can give that taunt to start. Alright, if he plays a Defender of Argus here, he might actually survive the turn. If he can play a Sun of Fury Protector here, he might actually survive the turn. Oh, I didn't have a way to give that Molten Giant taunt. Well, that's fine, so I am just going to win then. So, lots of different ways that I could win this. I think we're just going to keep it simple, keep it safe. Let's backstab that, because it has to be undamaged. Fan of Knives. We'll just... Yeah, fine. A little bit bad-mannered here, but that's fine. And that's a wrap. This Crazed Alchemist, the reason I played that is because I have a quest. So, I'm not being a total asshole there. It was for a quest. And all of my quests get progress. Wow, I really only played 3 minions that cost 2 or less. Yeah, I guess it was the Ooze, the Novice Engineer, and the Crazed Alchemist. Everything else was more than that. So, yeah, the Druid had a bit of a slow start. There was that 4th turn where he played nothing. If he'd been able to play something there, he would have been in much better shape. He did have good things. He had a Spectral Knight. He played an Ironbark Protector. He played a Molten Giant and a Druid of the Claw. But you know what? Big things aren't going to save you if you're behind. Moshi, the Mage. Mage is a tough opponent against when you're a rogue. Have to decide carefully about this backstab, and I'm going to keep it. It's risky because if I get more backstabs, I could be in trouble. But I feel like having this to combo the SI Agent is pretty solid. Of course, being the second player, quite fortunate. I could do the dreaded turn 2 coin SI Agent move, which is one of the strongest moves in the whole game. Now, I think playing the Protector there would have been a mistake, because then I would have had nothing to do the following turn. But now I can, oh my gosh, so I could backstab this thing and play the Sun Fury Protector, but I think even better is to coin SI Agent. Man, I've had this done to me so many times, it really feels good doing it to the opponent. So I go up a card. I mean, I lose my coin, but I go up a card, and I have a 3-3 down. And I'm ready to kill whatever she plays with Backstab and Dagger. Ah, interesting! I cannot actually backstab this because it is damaged. Hilarious. So I could either sap this and go down a card, or... yeah, that seems a bit aggressive. Why don't we just play the Grizzly? And let's not get greedy here. I'm just going to go ahead and trade. So this SI Agent killed 2 of her cards. I'm up a card here. Why don't we just play it slow? Now I've got Blade Flurry and Sap, which could be problems. And then this thing is annoying. That's actually a really good card for her, because what this means is that when I attack into it with the Grizzly, she can ping off the bear afterwards. So she went up a card because the Mission Mentor brought her a card. Does that mean I should just ignore this thing? No, I'm gonna kill it. Because if she wants to spend, you know, 2 mana pinging this, that is 40% of her turn. She goes up a card, but she's just getting back the card that she was down. And she might not, you know, be able to play a 5-drop that she maybe was really wanting to play. I have some conditional removal here that may or may not actually be effective. Interesting. Okay, so Dalaran Mage plus backstab would deal 3 damage. That's not helpful, unfortunately. Grizzly plus dagger also doesn't really work. Oh, that's annoying. Crap, I could backstab plus grizzly, so this would be a 3-for-1. Man, that was a good Kodo. I could assassinate it, but that seems really bad as well. Alright, we're just going to play a Sludge Belcher, and, yeah. Let's do this. It's terrible. It's just terrible, but I think that's better than the alternatives. Okay, so she got back her cards with the Gnomish Inventor, and the Kodo catching me without good minions to play. She has 6 to my 5, soon to be 6. So really, it's not the end of the world, as we know it, just yet. Water Element. Okay, well, I will use an Assassinate on that. I think even though it's a 4-mana minion, it's worth it. I mean, I could sap it, but then I don't have anything else to play, do I? If I sap versus Assassinate, what do I really gain? 4 mana? Yeah, it's not actually worth it. So I'm just going to Assassinate this thing, and then whatever else she plays next, I will sap. Hopefully something more expensive. I'm going to keep the dagger out, because there's a chance that I'll want to Blade Flurry without having to remake the dagger. So Fen Creeper, well, it's more expensive than the Water Elemental, so it's better for sapping, but it does mean I'm going down a card, which is scary. Okay, this is better than sapping that, because what I can do here is switch that up, kill, and think. Do I play the Dalaran Mage in the Ooze and then lose to Flame Strike? No. So I will play one more minion. It's still worth it for her to Flame Strike. I still hope she doesn't have it, but it's better than just throwing myself out there against it when she's at such high health. I'm not going to be able to burn her out. So yeah, Mage is a tough matchup, and she had good cards. Gnomish Inventor and a Kodo at the right times. Okay, no Flame Strike just yet. That's a difficult creature to deal with. She's got lots of big drops. But here's where I think we're going to go for it. I'm going to sap that, bring out my blade, and start hitting her. So, I mean, I've got 9 damage here. She's down to 8 health. I do need to top deck some help. She is still in the lead right now. At the very least, she can replay the Spiteful Smith and ping my Ooze to death. At the very least. Okay. Does she have a Cone of Cold? She'd like one, wouldn't she? She's a pair of Mana Worms. Holy gods. Man. Alrighty. Gotta think about this. I could hit her in the face, Blade Flurry, throw away my weapon, kill 2 Mana Worms, take this down to 3 health. Actually, I could hit this, Blade Flurry, clear her board. Alright, that's what we're doing. I think that's the right move. So Blade Flurry, I actually end up getting the mass removal. I will swing, remake the dagger, and think. Could she be holding on to a Flame Strike that she just didn't feel like playing? I don't think she's holding it. I think if she had it, she would have played it. So I'm just going to go ahead and drop this guy as a 4-3. I'm gambling that he's going to be able to attack. It's a big gamble. She'd have to have no Frostbolts and no Flame Strikes. But I don't think she has Flame Strike. She might have a Frostbolt. She just top decked. Oh, she just top decked a Flame Strike. Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus. Oh, that's terrible. Well, that's what I get. That's what I get. Alright, it's not a mirror entity. Is it an ice armor? It's not ice armor. Could still be vaporize. Could still be duplicate, counterspell, spellbender, or ice block. It's going to take me 9 turns to kill her with the dagger, which is too much. I need to get some of my burn. Or at least Fan of Knives. I got 2 Fan of Knives here for card draw and Novice Engineer. So 3 of my cards here would give me an extra card. And I have some, I think, that would actually let me deal damage. Wow, she polymorphs my Knife Juggler, but doesn't have enough mana to kill the sheep, which is fine. We'll check here for Vaporize with the sheep. It's not Vaporize. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and Fan of Knives, just for the card draw. That's all I care about. So it's not Counterspell or Spellbender. No, sorry, it could still be Spellbender, but it's not Counterspell. Alrighty. I'm actually becoming a little bit concerned, because it could be either Duplicate, Spellbender, or Ice Block, and duplicate's the most likely of those, but the Ice Block would be a problem. Definitely. Okay, she doesn't have a Flame Strike, which is good. She's going to Fireball my minion, which is really, really good because it means she doesn't have good burn potential. Now she's got the cover advantage, but I've got her down low on life. She's going to hit me for 8 damage a turn, so this is getting very serious. Definitely getting very serious. Novice Engineer, not a bad top deck. She has to kill this either with her hero ability or with a creature. Conceal is interesting. Is that actually worth using?
Here we go.
Or should I wait for a better minion before I use it? Oh, that's a tough call. This is one of the toughest decisions. Because if I conceal, the Novice Engineer will get to attack, and then I'll get her down to 1 health. But if I wait, I'm going to have to wait. Yeah. So here's my thinking. She kills the Novice Engineer with the hero ability, hits me for 8, I'm down to 16. I should still have 1 more turn after that. So that means that if I top deck a minion, I can play the minion and conceal it, and that would be more threatening. If conceal would have meant getting her down to 0, then I would have done it. But since it was only getting her down to 1, I didn't think it was worth it. Okay, War Golem's a problem. Now I am dead next turn. Crap, I need to top deck an answer, or I'm dead. This is 7 plus 8 is 15, 16 damage. Got a Chill Wind Yeti. Okay, so I actually have to not conceal here, because if I conceal, she can't attack my Yeti. She's going to see that she has the win. If I pass a turn normally, there's a small chance that she'll miss the fact that she's got lethal damage, because she does have lethal. She has exactly 16 damage with what she has on the board. She might miss it, though, and so I just need to confidently play my card and pass the turn. The odds are small that she'll miss it. If she has any extra damage in her hand, like a Fireball, she'll definitely see it. But if she can attack the Yeti with the War Golem, or with her own Yeti even, I might actually let her. Because she plays Knife Juggler, could be bad manners. Could be she's just dicking around. Okay, the Yeti gets hit. Aha, she missed that she had the kill. That means I have 1 more chance to top deck a win, unless, of course, this is Ice Block, and then I'm losing no matter what. So that's well played, which I presume means that is an Ice Block, but you know what? Hope springs eternal. Alright, Shiv. Well, let's see it, right? See if this is Ice Block.
Here we go.
It's actually not Ice Block, and she missed the win and lost the game. Wow, I think this is only the 3rd time in the history of this channel when an opponent had the win, missed it, and I won the game as a result. Wow, that is remarkable. I mean, I think I had a decent number of cards in the deck that would have either drawn me a card like Fan of Knives or just were the kill. Like, I think I have a Stormpike Commando in here, and then the Stormwind Knight was in here. So I had a decent number of outs. She could have won that turn, though. She had the War Golem, plus a pair of 4-power attackers. That's 7 plus 8 is 15. Ping me, that's 16. I lose. Amazing game. That's definitely one of the highlights of the channel, I think. Wow. I'm very excited. So did I get lucky? Yes, but I also gave myself a chance to get lucky. And it was a skill thing in the end. I mean, the opponent could have won and didn't beat me, so it's definitely a skill thing. It was a tough choice here. As the first player, it really, really sucks when you have the Acidic Ooze versus a Shaman. Because what happens is, if you play the Ooze on turn 2, he's right in time to play the Stormforged Axe on turn 2. So I'm not that jazzed about it. I'd actually rather play the Crazed Alchemist and waste its ability, just in case he does have a Stormforged Axe, then lose yet another game because of Stormforged Axe. So it sucks. If he plays a 2-3 now, that really, really sucks. But if he plays a Stormforged Axe, then I'm a friggin' champion. Alright, he does have a 2-3. And a Rockbiter weapon. Okay, so I could have daggered up to kill the Zombie Chow, but he made that decision easy for me. If I had played the Ooze would have died to the weapon, so I guess I got to keep a better creature. Alright, now the Dalaran Mage is what I would have played, but it's obviously not as good as the Grizzly here, because the Grizzly threatens to kill the Zombie Chow and live to tell about it, which is awesome. Now he needs something, either a Lucky Taunt Flip or a removal. He's already used a Rockbiter weapon. Does he have another one or a Lightning Bolt? That would be nice for him. Shattered Sun Cleric would make the Zombie Chow a 3-4. That would also be nice for him. Direwolf Alpha or Raid Leader would let the Zombie Chow trade with the bear, which is also really, really good, letting a 1-drop trade for a 3-drop. Haunted Creeper. Okay, he still has a mana. Could be a Lightning Bolt or a Rockbiter. And he's going to kill my bear with a Rockbiter. What is he doing? Oh my god. He just 2-for-1'd himself against my bear. So let's just recap. He had a Zombie Chow, which is a 2/3, and I have a bear, which is a 3/3. He could have just put the Rock Biter on his own face, killed my bear, and left himself with a 2/3, so he threw the 2/3 away for absolutely no reason. 3-0, and the opponent's wasting cards for no reason. That's the Hearthstone arena that I'm used to. None of this can't make it above 6 wins crap. Alright, here comes the coin. What's the card? Is it a Taunt, Fen Creeper? No, it's a Smith. Okay, I'm pretty glad to see the Smith. Because what this means is that I can kill the Spider and play Fan of Knives to blow everything up. Now, the problem with that plan is the Yeti is then at 4 health. Fan of Knives would take this down to 5 health. It would not quite die to the Yeti. He actually has the kill for the Yeti then. Oh, that's obnoxious. Okay, what I'm going to do then... Well, I see. I can play the Stormwind Knight, kill the Spider that way, but then the Spiders pop. Spiders pop. It's not right to kill the Spider here. It's actually not right to kill the Spider here. What I think is the correct move is this. So I'm going to just kill the Spiteful Smith, like so. We'll leave myself with a pair of 1/1s, or 1 toughness guys. He can now pop the Spider to kill my Yeti. And then I have Fan of Knives to kill off the Spiders that spawn, and I still have a 2/1. So the Spiteful Smith was extremely good here. Okay, Cult Master. Well, he goes up a card from the Cult Master now, but the good news is... He's spending Earthshock to kill a 2/1. The good news is that this Dalaran Mage is a freaking MVP, because if I had played Fan of Knives here normally, I would have given him 2 cards. But instead I can play Dalaran Mage and Fan of Knives, kills the Cult Master at the same time, and now I go back up the card that I lost. Of course, with Backstab, I could have backstabbed the Cult Master, then Fan of Knives, but now I got to keep Backstab, which might be useful with 3 damage. And I'm ahead a card. So this is looking good. Boy. Well, at least it's better than dead. Got a couple different options here. Shiv plus Backstab actually does kill this Frost Elemental without losing me a card. I think that's the best thing. Yeah, it's the best thing. I mean, I could have put this weapon out. Shiv plus the weapon. Shiv plus the weapon also kills it. Well, that's better because it puts a weapon in the hand. I'd rather have the weapon in hand than the minions on the board. Or would I? Maybe I'd rather have the minions on the board. I could Backstab Shiv. Got 5 mana. I could play the Worgen and the Ooze. Is that better or worse than having a blade in my hand? Ah, it's a tough call. I'm going to go for the blade, but man, it's a tough call. So we're going to go ahead and Shiv this. That closes the door on Backstab. Sap actually might have been what I would have done if I'd had that to start with, but this is fine as well. So we pass the turn here. And let's see what the opponent wants to do. I am officially ahead 2 cards now. Oh, Tiger. Well, I can't sap that because it's stealthy. It's going to probably kill my Dalaran Mage. We officially have reached the point where I'm not going to worry about using up this ooze, so I'm just going to use it. And what I think I'm going to do is actually this. I'm going to play the ooze, play the Worgen. I'm going to give taunt just to the ooze because I want that to die. Not my spell damage, which is still useful with Backstab, or the Raging Worgen, which might be useful with the Wind Fury. We'll see if he has Lightning Storm here to get around that. The answer is he has a Fen Creeper. Well, that might get sapped. We'll see. Storm. Oh my God, he actually has a Stormforged Axe. Are you goddamn kidding me, Jesus? Actually, Stormforged Axe is. Sorry about that. Was the wrong emote there. I don't know why. I don't know why. Sorry about that. Okay. Well, I could Backstab plus Weapon to kill it. That's a more permanent solution. Let's Novice Engineer, I guess. And see. Fan of Knives. Fan of Knives. That would bring this down to... Crap. It doesn't quite work. Because this would bring it down to 4, down to 1. I'd still have to throw the Dalaran Mage at it. But let's do it. Let's not Backstab, I guess. Because there's no point in backstabbing. I'm going to use my weapon anyway. We're going to do that. Hit this thing, throw the Dalaran Mage away, you've done your duty. Crock it up, baby. Way ahead on cards here, but the problem, of course, is he could Lightning Storm. So he needed the Stormforged Axe, and he actually had it right after I played my Ooze. He now needs a Lightning Storm, he's going to get it. Spiteful Smith could still play Lightning Storm, and he doesn't. He has a Scarlet Crusader. Perfect. Alright, he's going to finally kill off my spell damage, but Novice Engineer is pretty good to have when you're facing a Scarlet Crusader, so that's fine. SI Agent, eh? Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and use my sap, because really, I'm not sure what else I would use it on. He clearly does not have any lightning storms, or we would have definitely played it that turn. I get a nice kill on the Scarlet Crusader, and I'm gonna go ahead and keep the weapon in my hand. I might need it to kill a creature. My health is high enough against a shaman that I'd be willing to do that. Yeah, I have a bunch of 3 health minions, so the axe is no good. He replays the smith, fine, and a panther, okay, sure, and a totem. Great. This is all well and good. Knife Juggler. I think it's worth playing this. So we'll kill that off. And think, do I want to backstab? That would take this down to 4. Weapon doesn't quite kill it. Yeah, it's not really worth it.
I got this.
It's just whackety,
Lights out.
whackety. I can hit him down to 9, but we're going to hang on to it. Keep my options open. Pass the turn.
I hear you got a
Okay,
problem.
that's awesome to see because it does absolutely nothing. This apparently is some kind of dumb card that he couldn't use. Maybe reincarnate or something. Kills my Knife Juggler. Hits that because the Spiteful Smith's enraged. Ah, very well played.
Well played.
I have 2, 4, 7 damage. He's at 9 health. Oh, I got a decent number of things here. Oh wait, the Panther hasn't attacked yet. He's actually catching back up. He's got a lot of damage here. 11 damage. I'm actually dead in 2 turns. Oh my god. Alright. So we'll do this. Hit him in the face. I'm just gonna do this. You know what? I should have done this a few turns ago. I messed up. If I had hit him like 2 turns ago, I would have remade the dagger last turn and hit him for 1 more damage. I think he would actually be dead if I had hit him with the blade a few turns ago. That was a terrible mistake. So I'm threatening to dagger him to death in 2 turns, but 2 turns is an eternity. And if he gets any taunt, that really screws me up.
Pay attention, class.
I have to count on getting my Stormpike Commando to finish the job, because I don't think I have any Eviscerates in this deck, do I? Okay, he doesn't get a taunt, which is good, but he can kill both of my minions. And then does he have lethal for me? 7, 11, 12, 15? No, he wouldn't have lethal for me. Unless he could deal 6 more damage with 2 cards. Maybe he has a Bloodlust and then he would win. But with Bloodlust he could have... No, he couldn't have won this turn. He's actually going to Hex. Ah, I see. Well played. Hexing his own thing so that he gets a taunt. Okay, can I get a Stormpike Commando? Do I even have a Stormpike Commando? Assassinate. Interesting. This is very interesting. So if I assassinate this, I can get him down to 1 health. That seems a bit foolish. I'm just... Oh god, it seems very foolish. I've got like Shiv and Stormpike Commando in here. I've got kills. I don't need to go crazy. I'm just gonna go ahead and assassinate his biggest hitter. He's got 7, 8 damage here. He's gonna take 3 turns to kill me. Stormpike Commando wins me the game. Fan of Knives draws me a card. Shiv, I can go to the face. Okay, don't be a taunt, please. It's a taunt. Oh, man. And a Fire Elemental. Well, I messed up. I should have attacked with my Assassin's Blade earlier. So I won a game last time that I should have lost because the opponent messed up. And here I am actually losing a game that I should have won. So all's fair in love and war. Defender of Argus is not good. I could have gotten him only down to 1 health anyway. He's got lethal damage. He's not going to fall for it, so he concede. Ah, it's unfortunate. So yeah, the key thing in that game, I should have actually attacked with the Assassin's Blade when it was a 3-in-1. I waited 2 turns to do that. Those 2 turns I could have been pinging him with my dagger, and then I would have won. So that's kind of sad that I blew it. But that's interesting. I would have actually been 4-0 with this deck, even though I didn't, assuming I played correctly, even though I didn't think it was that good. Granted, I should have lost a game, and then I should have won a game, so those canceled out. So I think 3-1 is the fair record. What goes around comes around. If you're not good enough to justify being lucky, then you're gonna lose some games. Indignation is a fantastic name for a paladin. Well met, sir. I am unfortunately not second, so I don't have the coin to combo this out, but I'm keeping it anyway because this deck has 3 backstabs, and I think it's worth trying to get one of those to get the combo going. Nope, not a chance. Alright, well, it's fine. Hopefully he passes on turn 1. If I have to make a dagger on turn 3, it's fine. Making a dagger is extra good against paladins because, of course, each dagger that you make kills off 2 reinforcements. Interesting choice attacking my face with that weapon. Usually on turn 1, you'd kind of wait a little bit. So that suggests he's holding a True Silver Champion. Or I would say that he has at least like a higher than average chance of holding a True Silver Champion, having chosen to make that play. Alright, he makes a recruit. And he's continuing to hit me in the face, so that makes it more likely as a True Silver Champion. Alright, Crazed Alchemist doesn't do me any good. I could Novice Engineer for a card. But let's go ahead and make a dagger.
Here we go.
And kill off this recruit.
I got this.
So, we're about equal on life. I've got a creature on the board. He's got a weapon in hand. He still has the coin. SI Agent is not going to get comboed, unfortunately. Demolisher. Alright, so what I'm going to do here... Well, let's take a look at what I draw first. Knife Juggler. Ooh, interesting. Okay, so if I Knife Juggler and play the Crazed Alchemist to kill the Demolisher, then I am at risk of Consecration being extremely good. It would actually clear my board. A safer play is to play the Defender of Argus, make this a 3-4, attack and attack. Then I would have a 3-3 and a 2-3, so I'm much safer against Consecration. Only one of my minions would die. How much am I willing to gamble he doesn't have a Consecration? You know, gosh darn it, this is such a cool play, I'm just gonna do it. Because the Knife Juggler could actually hit the Demolisher and kill it, but if not, I have the dagger. So it's like the ideal scenario is you're guaranteed to be able to kill that thing. Alright, let's go for it. If he has a Consecration, it's incredibly good, but he played with his weapon like he had a True Silver Champion. I figure he's not going to have both, maybe. He has them both. Well, what are you going to do? What are you going to do? You're going to lose. I mean, I'm not lost yet. He's got 6 cards to my 5. Soon to be 6.
I hope you like my invention.
Okay, do I waste this ability? I do, and the reason I'm going to waste it is that I've got this Defender of Argus and a Dark Iron Dwarf here. I gotta have creatures on the table to do things with. Oh, he had a Consecration. Shouldn't have taken that chance, should have just played the Defender of Argus. Silverhand Knight's a pretty good card here.
Ready, sir.
I think I'm gonna actually Fan of Knives and Dagger? Is that the right move? Backstab Fan of Knives doesn't quite kill this, unfortunately. Oh, but it does do this. Okay, so I'm gonna backstab that guy. Fan of Knives. Make a dagger. Kill the bigger thing. And kill this, leaving me with a creature. I think it's just really important for me to have creatures on the table. He's got a bunch of cards, though, which is the problem. Oh, man, I had such a good start. 3-0, and then I lost a game, and now I'm lose another one. Alright, so this is a good, oh, what? Are you going to play a goddamned Elven Archer? No, Second Light's Justice. That's why I read it wrong. He wasn't swinging with the first one because he had a True Silver Champion. He was swinging with the first one because he had a second one. Hilarious. Alright, well, this sucks because I can assassinate the Ogre, and that's obviously great, but I have nothing else to do. I'm not going to just shiv his face for no reason. I might as well at least wait for the Dalaran Mage, get an extra damage off the shiv if I'm lucky. And these guys are great, but they have no minions to buff. I should have played that. Oh, that was the Man, if I lose this game, it'll be entirely due to my own plays. I knew that Consecration would be really good if I played the Knife Juggler Crazed Alchemist. I went for the cool play, and it was a mistake. I should have just played the Defender of Argus and done it normally. Oh, Crazed Alchemist. You ruined me. Abomination, where did that come from? Okay, so the problem with Abomination is this guy actually gets Wind Furied after that. So that's very scary because I'm at 16 health. And then I go down to, well, 14 minus 8 is 6. That's really, really bad, actually. I can't play this thing. Unless I also deal damage to that. And then just hope he doesn't have a silence. But then he'll just use this to kill my Abomination, and that guy will hit me. So really, there's no winning this war. Crap, this is just terrible. Blade Flurry, I'm looking at it, and I could shiv the Worgen, attack it with a dagger, Blade Flurry to kill it. Well, then I have this big panda's alive, but that's what we have to go for. So let's see what I get. Do I get anything good? Balls. I don't think I made the right choice. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and Blade Flurry, I guess. Play the Ooze to knock out his weapon, make a dagger. The problem is I'm going to 7 health now. He's got 4 cards. Oh, man, I should have played Defender of Argus. Look at him still sitting in my hand, all these buff cards. Not doing good. Not doing good things. Oh my god. Damn it. Well, down to 3 health, so a Hammer of Wrath wins. It's actually going to kill my dagger. Play a secret. Okie doke. Well, you gotta do what you gotta do, so we're gonna sap that. I cannot play 2 creatures, unfortunately. This is hilarious. That would just make me lose. So, let's play the Defender of Argus. The reason for this is if that's Noble Sacrifice, I want to survive the hit. And it is a Noble Sacrifice. So this 4/1 is the only thing standing between me and death. That's great. Alright, well, let's see what he's got. One of these cards is a panda, so if he has any damage at all, he wins. Okay, does he have any charge creatures or anything? Got the panda again. And mind control tech. Great. And a recruit. Don't know what that last card is, but it's clearly not removal or damage, or he would have used it. Hilarious! So, if I do this, he'll kill it with the panda. I'm gonna lose. Or he could actually run the mind control tech and the Silverhand recruit into it. Oh man, I think I actually lose no matter what. No. So the only way that I cannot hit him in the face, basically, is the problem. Because, okay, if I play the Abomination, he will use these 2 guys to kill it, and then the panda will kill me. If I damage the panda by running the Defender of Argus into it, then he will use the panda to kill the Abomination, the Mind Control tech will live with 1 health, and then he'll use that to kill me. So I have to play the Dark Iron Dwarf and use this to kill somebody. And clearly the 5/4 is just better to kill than a 3/3, so we'll just do that. Then I will play the Abomination, because otherwise I lose. Now with the Abomination, it blows up and I go down to 1 health, so that means I cannot actually dagger this. Well, I could dagger this recruit. Oh, that's hilarious. I could dagger this recruit, but then this Abomination is taking time bomb. As soon as it blows up, I lose. If I hit him with both creatures, he'll go down to 6, which is not close enough to winning. If I let him blow it up, I'm at 1 health. Alright, we're going to go for it. But no, then any recruit would kill me. You know what? I'm going to have to go for it. I hate this. I hate this very much. So if he can kill this, he wins. I think I have life gain in here. Do I? I don't remember if I do or not. Okay, well, that's the game. So I was going to lose no matter what, because I would have actually, if I had hit that recruit, he still would have had the True Silver Champion. Or if I hadn't hit the recruit, he still had the True Silver Champion. The Mind Control, like, would have killed me. Oh, man! I lost that game myself. This has been a really sad arena. I can't complain about luck on this one. This has been a sad one. So for those of you maybe who were getting annoyed that I kept blaming it on luck, well, I can't do it on this one. Because the one before that, I waited too long to attack with Assassin's Blade, and in that game, I played Crazed Alchemist and Knife Juggler instead of killing his Demolisher with Defender of Argus and my dagger. So both games I made a critical mistake, and they were so close, so down to the wire, that had I played correctly, I'm sure I would have won. Motherfucker. Honest to God, Jesus. Balls. God damn it. Well, 3-2 after being 3-0. Shoeless Joe, another Paladin. Should be a good match, but then again, I thought that about the last Paladin, and look what happened there. Got a great opening hand, though. We'll mulligan the sap, but otherwise, this is fantastic. So the question is, do you play your ooze early, or do you wait and use it later, hoping to kill a True Silver Champion with it? It's a tough call. We'll see. I'm probably going to coin into the Sun Fury Protector, and then see what the opponent's got. I might top deck another card that's playable, or I can play the ooze. Okay, or I can get a free win because he is doing nothing. Yep, he's not touching any of his cards or anything. Looks like we're stuck here, waiting for the full amount of mulligan time. Oh, there he is. He came back to the computer. Frantically wiggled his cards. Didn't seem to do any mulligans, though. And okay, he passes the turn. Ooh! Okay, we'll pass the turn here. Now he could play a 3-2, and I'll have the coin SI Agent kill, which will work against Fairy Dragon. I have no regrets. None at all. So I've got 2 backstabs, which could be a little bit awkward. I might not have anything to do with them. Of course, the mage I did this to ended up beating me anyway. But, that was my own mistake. Wait, was it? No, I beat that mage. No, that was the mage that should have beaten me. Right. The person I did this to last time should have beaten me, but didn't. Okay, let's go ahead and give taunt to that guy, kill off a recruit, fast turn. Abomination is looking a bit ugly here, but the Assassin's Blade would be a nice turn 5 play. Maybe I'll be able to get some damage going? Maybe. Showing Yeti, alright. Oh, that sucks. Can't really do much about that thing. Except for 2 for 1 myself. So we'll play the Novice Engineer. Sap is actually the right play here. Even though it might seem a little bit aggressive sapping a Yeti, the tempo is just huge. The tempo is enormous there because that means that he has to now spend his 5th turn replaying the Yeti. And I get some serious damage on him. It's also a world of difference now because I can play the Assassin's Blade, which I could not have done last turn. He elects to play this instead of playing a Yeti, which is very, 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 very interesting. I think we need to play this and think. It might look like it's worth backstabbing this. Take it down to 5. Attack with the weapon, take it down to 2. Attack with the protector, but then everything dies to consecration, so I am not doing that.
Hey, lights.
Instead, backstab 5. Yeah, so I'm going to backstab.
Hey, lights
This
out.
guy's already dead to consecration.
Here we go.
Use my weapon. Get 3 damage. Still hoping he doesn't have a consecration. But at least I'm ready to kill the Yeti if needed. I've got 9 damage here. Plus 2 is 11 damage. He's already down to 11 health, essentially. Things are looking good. Alright, he's going to replay that Yeti now. No, he's going to consecrate. So it's a good thing I was careful against consecration, because it turns out he actually had it. They fucking have it every time. Alright, Fan of Knives or the Abomination. I'm going to go for the Abomination. It's not great here. But what it allows me to do is kill that recruit. I could conceal, which is an interesting choice. I'm going to conceal. I think this is the right time for it. Hopefully it doesn't have a second consecration. And now this Abomination, I can attack it on my terms. That's the problem with Abomination. When the opponent has a choice of how to deal with it, they usually have a way to do it that's good for them. But if you get to use it, it's way better. Because you can blow it up against something in a strategic way. So this is 6 more damage that I have. Plus another 6 is 12. So I need to deal... plus this blows up, of course, unless it gets silenced. So he's going to take 14 damage. He's down to 3 health. Odds are looking good. Do I misremember? Do I not actually have a Stormpike Commando in here? Because I thought I did. But apparently I don't. Stampeding Kodo kills my Sun Fury Protector, which is incredibly irritating. I do mean incredibly. Okay, Crazed Alchemist. Is it helpful? Oh my god, it is so helpful. Wow. So this is MVP Crazed Alchemist. We switch that, we backstab it. My opponent is sitting here thinking, oh, I hope he doesn't have Fan of Knives. Sorry, I have Fan of Knives. That was pretty amazing. Gonna keep on hitting him, and I think it's time to play... Well, the Ooze is... Okay, the problem with playing the Ooze here is not that I might be wasting it versus a Consecration or True Silver Champion. The problem is if he has a kill for this, like with a True Silver Champion, I would have just lost the Ooze for no reason. So wow, it's a good thing I didn't play that. So he's gonna take 6 damage for doing this. Well, 4 net damage. Because he takes 4 from whacking it, and then another 2 when it explodes. I get to blow up the weapon, however. Okay. So the weapon goes away. And I'm going to hit him in the face. And think. I could either put Defender down. Yeah, I think the Defender is the right move. So I play the Defender. The reason here is this. He has to kill the Acidic Ooze now with the Yeti, but then the Defender plus the dagger kills him. If I had assassinated the Yeti, I'm still threatening to kill him with the Ooze, but either way I'm threatening to kill him. This way, however, I have more chances. Wait, do I really though? I mean, if I had the same chance either way, I guess I should have just kept the Defender in my hand, because I still have the same exact chance of beating him as I did if I had just assassinated the Yeti. Oh right, but I get to keep the Assassinate. Yes, if he plays a taunt or something, I have the answer for it, whereas if I assassinated the Yeti, I would not have had an answer to a taunt, like, say, Tyrion or something. 'Cause that's the most obvious and likely taunt he's going to have. Alright, he needs taunt or life gain. 6 cards, or removal. I mean, really anything. Just any sort of disruption. Consecration will... Well, it might do the job if he has something else. He actually has another Consecration. Are you goddamn kidding me? Jesus! Oh, well, that's terrible. So, Blade Flurry is actually really good. I think it would be a mistake to assassinate this Yeti right now because I need to make sure I can attack with the dagger next turn, and then Blade Flurry is the kill. But if I had assassinated the Yeti and he'd played a taunt, then I would have been screwed. However, if I was low on health, I would have assassinated the Yeti just because of him having the potential to kill me. But I'm at 16 health. I really didn't think he had really good odds of being able to deal 12 damage. So he's got 2. He needs 10 more damage with 6 mana. I mean, Avenging Wrath comes close. That would have been 8 damage, but it's not enough. I would still have been 2 health. Silverhand Knight is no good.
Ready, sir.
Well played.
Well played.
Good old Blade Flurry. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna just play the card I top decked because I'm a terrible person. And he doesn't know if I was just bad mannering or not. Alright, Shula's Joe goes down, and folks, that's the end of this video. So please like the video, please also subscribe to my channel, I'd appreciate that tremendously. I thank you for watching, and we'll be back soon to see if I can finish up my friggin' daily quests and get another decent run. Take care, folks.